So you might be wondering to yourself, Neo, why haven't you done any Let's Eat Blind videos recently? Well, they're pretty rubbish, to be honest with you, although I like to make them because I like to eat new foods for the first time, and it's a bit of a growing trend on the internet at the moment, and I'm just ripping off the most famous people who do it. Thank you very much, Ashens. But I thought I'd do this one because, okay, I have to be honest, I haven't been able to do any recently because of my mobile phone camera has broke. I dropped it on the floor a few weeks ago when I was doing something to my car, and I actually shattered the lens of the camera. Doesn't mean it doesn't work as it's working now, but it does mean that I can't film anything in high detail, so damn. But for this particular video, I think we've got enough lighting and white paper to do this, so I thought I'd give it a go. And the reason why is because this particular food item we're going to look at today has caused some controversy in the news recently. It has something to do with India and something to do with its third staple food. Oh yes, Maggi Noodles. Me 2-minute noodles, or my in this case, if you pronounce it in England. Yep, Maggi Noodles. Chicken flavour to be specific. We also have another flavour as well. Maggi curry flavour 2-minute noodles. Yep, ever since they've been in the news recently due to the fact that apparently some people tested them recently and decided that they found, or I say decided, they found through decision or otherwise that they had a higher levels of lead that's unsafe for human consumption. They've now been pulled off the shelves in India, much to India's disdain, sadly, or at least the public anyway, not necessarily the government, because of the lead content. And this has caused a bit of controversy. Now, the reason why is because I read an article on the BBC News website about these noodles. Ever since they were introduced to India in 1983, they took India by storm because of the whole cook it in 2 minutes, which to us in the West sounds pretty sort of, well, yeah, big deal. 2-minute cooking, well, that's fast and all, that's great, but we can do that with more than just noodles. In India, that was a revolution, simply because they had invented slow cooking over the last few centuries, and the whole idea of being able to cook food in 2 minutes just took them by storm. And as a result, it just took India by storm. At one point, 90% of the instant noodle market in India, yep, there's actually a market for instant noodles, was completely dominated by Maggi or Maggi. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm pronouncing it as Maggi, but if I've mispronounced it, please let me know in the comments below. But it took them by storm, and ever since then, they're everywhere in India, at least up until now, since they've been banned and all. I don't know for how long. Maybe they'll be reintroduced again once they find out why there's lead in them and what have you. But anyway, point being is, before the ban, they were everywhere, and you can basically get Maggi noodles in any shop, anywhere in India, and there's lots of cafes and little places where they serve them up as food, and apparently lots of big business deals have been dealt with Maggi noodles as the food that they do their business over with. It's basically extremely popular in India. So I just wanted to know what the big fuss was about, and because of the whole lead controversy, I thought, wow, there we go then. Let's try some of these, and let's see why India fell in love with them so much. Now, you can get these from Tesco's and probably any supermarket that has a world food section, or maybe even an Oriental food shop perhaps that sells Indian food. I say Indian food, at least food from around the world, I should say. I don't know if you can actually get Maggi noodles in the UK just in general, but in world food sections it's there. Quite cheap as well. I think it was 39p for 2 packs. Well, 39p a pack each, so 78p altogether. But that's cheaper than super noodles from Batchelors. So, they're pretty cheap. And in India, they usually go from anything from 8 to 12 pence for a pack. So they're even cheaper over there. That's pretty insane. Now, I don't know if these ones here actually have the unsafe levels of lead. They might do. I have no idea. Perhaps they do. It depends where they're made, I suppose, in terms of the food factory. But let's just say I will take a gamble on my health and we'll try some anyway. And if I do get affected by it, it's my own damn fault. Right then, let's have a look at the packaging then. Well, instantly they're very attractive. I like the yellow and the red motif going on there, pretty good. 2-minute noodles slapped across the front to make them attractive. And this chicken flavour one is pretty good. I mean, I say pretty good in terms of the packaging anyway. I like the plate of what I believe is mushroom, and I have no idea what that is. I mean, I probably know what it is a bit more closer up, but because the camera's struggling to focus because of the missing lens, and it's now really... Well, no, it's still struggling. There we go. From this distance, it's okay. Looks like there's egg, mushroom, perhaps a bit of meat, maybe chicken itself, some chilies or peppers or peas in a pod, and of course the noodles there. Pretty awesome. Now then, what's that say? Made in Malaysia. Okay, so I'll have to look that up on the internet to see whether the Malaysia Maggi noodles of where the lead levels are coming from. Maybe the information's out there. I don't know at this point. But anyway, At least it's good to know that they're there. Right, so what have we got? Fat, 13.2 grams. That's a lot of fat. Saturates, 5.8 grams. That's quite high saturates. Sugars, 2.2. That's not too bad. Salt, 3.93 grams. 66% in these noodles. Are you kidding me? What, in this small pack of noodles, there's nearly 70% of your daily allowance of salt. Bloody hell, lads. That's pretty high, isn't it? Jesus. Crikey, no wonder why India's in love with them. I think the salt is probably getting them all addicted to it. Damn. I know salt's a basic seasoning and all, but that's a lot of salt. What's it like on the other one? Oh, it's slightly different style of packaging. Oh, that's annoying. All right, well, hang on. Perhaps we can see. Oh, it's going to be very difficult to read the ingredients. You'll just have to take my word for it. Salts. I think it's at the bottom. Equivalents. 68%. 4.1 grams. Bloody hell. Well, at least we know they're going to taste salty. I don't know if they're going to have any chicken flavour in them or curry flavour, but oh well. At least we now know what they're going to taste like, flavour-wise, I guess. Yeah, right. Pretty salty stuff then. So I'm not going to pretend that they're healthy for you. And indeed, a lot of people in India know that these are treated as junk food. And a lot of Indian schools don't actually serve Maggi noodles in their canteens and stuff for the children. So at least India has got some common sense to acknowledge that this is junk food. But it still doesn't mean it's not popular over there, but that's good. Right, let's see if we can read the ingredients then before we go and make some. Sorry for all the crackling and all that have you. Let's see what we got. Ingredients. Noodle cake. Noodle cake? What the hell does that mean? Is that just what you call the noodles inside? Okay, first time I've ever read that. Noodle cake. Wheat, flour, palm oil, salt, anti-caking agents, potassium chloride, potassium carbonate, sodium carbonate, thickener, guar gum, not xanthan gum, ooh, different kind of gum, humectant, I can't say that word, sodium tripolyphosphate, I can just about say that one. Flavour sachet, salt, well, there you go, that's probably where most of the salt is actually going to come from these noodles. Flavour enhancers, monosodium glutamate, hey, means we're going to be eating these and going, I want some more, in the style of Solid Snake. Anyway, disodium guanylate, disodium isononate, sugar, maize, starch, flavourings with milk and soya, chicken meat, 3%. I was going to say, was there any chicken in this? But there is. Soya sauce, soya beans, salt, wheat flour, palm oil, all the stuff that's bad for you and a few things that aren't. May contain traces of crustaceans, fish, and mustard, and lead. Dangerous suffocation, keep away from babies and children. No sad face this time. Oh, disappointing. Probably why Ashens hasn't actually reviewed these yet. Store, cool and dry, registered trademark of whatever that's pronounced, Nestle stuff. Good, excellent, that's brilliant. Right, what about the curry flavour one then? Going to be a little bit harder to read. Oh god. All right, noodle cake, same as before. Curry flavour sachet, we'll just have a look at that. So salt, flavour enhancers, monosodium glutamate, disodium 5 something. I can't read it. Never mind. Either way. Ooh. Palm oil, starch, soy sauce, contains wheat flour, and some sort of flavours that you'd find in curry, but not actually curry itself. May contain traces of evil stuff as well. Fantastic. Right, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook them downstairs in the kitchen. I'll show you them probably cooked. I don't think I'll show you the cooking process. You don't need to know it. It's just boiling noodles. You get a pan of water, you boil them up, or you can just boil the kettle and put them in hot water and let them simmer in there for a bit. I don't know if it's going to take me 2 minutes or so. It's probably going to take me a bit longer for them to cook, but we'll see. And then, well, I'll show you a bowl of Maggi noodles, which I don't know which one to start with. We'll start with the chicken flavour, because I think that's the most common flavour, really. And then we'll do the curry flavour afterwards. So, back in a bit with a bowl of lead-lined Maggi noodles. Delicious. Okay, I just thought I'd show you them before I actually put them in the, put them in the pan of boiling water. Yeah, don't know why I hesitated with that one, but there you go. Yep, pale, white, instant noodles. Look very similar to the bachelor super noodles you get. Nothing special about that. And then we've got the flavour sachet at the bottom here, which is quite runny, actually. Quite flashy as well. Oh, Christ, that's probably giving you some lens glare. Sorry about that. If I've gone and blinded you all, I apologise. I'm also blinded as well, so there we go. I'll have to put subtitles and videos from now on. Oh, wait, that doesn't work for blinded people. Oh, God, I'm just talking rubbish just because I'm hungry and I need my noodles. Anyway, there they are before they go into the water. And here they are, all cooked and ready to go. Although I have to be honest, I haven't cooked noodles in a long time, so I do think I've actually got to balls this up a little bit. It took a bit longer than 2 minutes, but really, again, it was my cooking time, really. I think, yeah, 2 minutes is about the right sort of time for these. They did cook very, very quickly. So, well done, Nestle. You have indeed invented a snack that is very quick to cook. But how do you taste? Wow, probably a little bit bland, actually, because, again, I didn't really cook them properly. But we've got the curry ones to try afterwards, so if this doesn't work out, I can try it again and at least get the full flavour of a pack of Maggi noodles. So, ones I can actually try and get a fork's full with. At least something. Bloody hell, it's stringy. which is good because the noodles should be stringy. And again, they look very similar to Bachelor Super Noodles, so... Oh, God. Oh, that'll have to do. I'll just have to wang it in the mouth and hope I don't burn myself. Right, well, bottoms up. Let's hope for the best. Apologies for the bad camera angle. It's just temporary. Oh. Oh, God. Hot. Very hot. Very noodly. Very bland, but there is a hint of chicken in it. Again, that's probably my cooking time, but yeah, they're alright actually. If I cooked them properly, those are quite nice chicken noodles. Well, chicken noodles are really just salt and whatever flavour enhancers they put in there, but yeah, they're pretty nice. Can't taste any lead, but stringy. Yep, those are nice. Yep, just tastes like Bachelor noodles, but very quick to cook, and yeah, I can see why you'd have these as a snack. I might have to invest in these, providing of course these are safe, but very nice. Right, I'm going to finish these off, and then I'll prepare the curry ones, so back in a bit. Hopefully without lead poisoning, but back in a bit anyway. And these are the curry noodles. They're a bit smaller actually than the chicken ones, although they seem a bit wider, so I won't question it too much. And underneath, of course, we've got the curry sachet, which is, well, still the same blind, glaring, silvery, packety colour as before, but it's got hints of red instead of hints of green to tell you that it is indeed curry flavour and not chicken flavour, although the lead is still in all of them. Hooray! Right, well, let's cook these up and let's see what they taste like. And here are the curry noodles, looking very similar to the chicken ones, except a little bit darker because of the curry flavouring. I think I cooked them a little bit better this time, so hopefully they should taste, well, like curry flavoured noodles. The only thing I've got to comment on with Maggi noodles, and I've gone thrown the packaging away sadly, is I did make the comment that they're cheaper than, say, Bachelors and what have you, but you do get less noodles in the packs. I think it's about 70, 79 grams you get in these packs, whereas with Bachelor Super Noodles you tend to get... I think it's 100 grams of noodles. And of course, if you really need to go cheap and you get the supermarket value ones like Asda Value, Asda Smart Price, Tesco Value, that kind of thing, although Tesco Value doesn't exist anymore. It's Tesco Everyday, but you know what I mean. They're even cheaper, and probably they're the same thing really. So yeah, this isn't really a cheap option. I suppose I should reiterate and say it's a cheap for a brand type of noodles. But anyway, let's stop putting it off and let's try these. See what they like. Yep. Salty, noodly, hints of spices. That's about it, really. Yep, just basically salty noodles with a hint of curry spices. And they are quite spicy on the tongue as well. There is a bit of a pep to them. But yeah, they're very nice. Nothing really more to say to it than that, other than they're very nice instant noodles. Probably more flavoursome than your sort of Smart Price ones or Everyday Value ones, but still. Yep, totally fine. Of course, though, because I've eaten 2 packs of these, my salt levels are now 134% of my recommended daily allowance. So, if the lead doesn't kill me, the salt certainly will. So, yay, good for me. So, I really wouldn't recommend eating more than a pack a day of these. Otherwise, you will pickle yourself, at least in the kidney department. But there you go, Maggi noodles, very tasty. I can understand why India really like them, and yes, they are very quick to cook as well. Don't know if it was about 2 minutes, but it depends on your cooking skills. But yes, I really do hope that the lead problem goes away and it gets sorted and they get back on sales in India. On the downside, though, of course, is they are very salty and very bad for you, so I don't really know. But either way, very tasty noodles. Well done, Maggi.